Difficult. Women.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Oh,
Pew, pew, pew. Oh, I could have the I should get the rapper horn going.
oh God. Well, I guess
know.
no one's driving, so
That's true. Hi, everybody. I'm Marie.
I'm Katie, and this is a Difficult Women podcast.
Yay. Thanks for tuning in, folks.
How
in
y'all
your
doing?
homes.
Yes.
You're probably just sitting there in your home like us.
Yeah. Hopefully you're not having to go to work. Or maybe you are. On the one hand, that's good because you might be making some money. On the other hand, it's weird out there. I don't know.
Or if you're in the medical profession, you're saving lives and listening to us. Don't let us distract you too much. If you're doing,
I doubt you have enough time to listen to us right now. But yeah, just listen to us while you're saving lives. It's fine. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure we would be a great influence on you right now.
How are you doing on a scale of 1 to 10?
You know, today I'm doing really good because my aunt had her 80th birthday and we did a Zoom party. And I got to see so many people from my aunt that we visited in South Dakota when we were going to Sturgis.
Oh, that's so fun.
And all those family members. So that was like really nice to see everybody. And even she said, she was like, normally if, under different circumstances, I wouldn't even see some of you on my birthday. And it was like, yay. So that was really nice.
Oh, so just members of the family from all over?
Yeah. My cousin from Oregon that we went and stayed with, her son Joe, who came and saw us perform a couple times, my mom in France,
wow,
and then the rest of my family's in South Dakota.
Oh, that's so
that
cool.
Was fun, but I don't get to see them that often, so it was really neat.
Oh,
how was your day been? How are you doing from a 1 to 10?
I think today I'm about a 5, but that's okay.
Something happened, or it's just been a rough day?
Well, this topic that we're about to dive into kind of started to give me a little bit of anxiety.
It's my fault. Then that's why
yes, that leads us. Today's theme and discussion is doomsday. I don't know. What did you...
Well, no, I would like to call it survivalist. I would like to spin this into a positive thing because you know what? But you know what? There's some things that, we can all learn that would just be either good for camping or for something that gets more serious. but I just let's just have fun with this topic and maybe we'll learn something too. And why not?
Yes, that's true. And giving our listeners right now some survival tips for when the zombies...
No, when the zombies come. It's just going to be for zombies. I'm sure everything's going to be fine, you guys. But I will say I kind of was thinking about it because right before all this went down, I had ordered like a go bag, like stuff for a go bag. Mm-hmm. And so that was what sort of inspired me because I was like, oh, it's just it makes me feel better to just have some things and to know how to use them.
It's funny. So I watched like how to put together a go bag and I was like, oh, it's just all of my camping equipment in my bag.
Totally. It's just like camping.
It's just like camping, you guys, but for like,
ever
30, 60, 90 days. And then you're out of food. And then
I thought you were going to say 90 days or 90 years. I was like,
90 years
for the rest of your life, but that's okay. Like learn, but it's not going to get like that. This is just for fun. Wait, speaking of survival, there's one thing that I could not be surviving without right now during this weird inside lockdown time.
Please tell me, what is it?
It's my beginner ding dong dildo that I ordered.
Thanks for reminding me that I have absolutely no toys here with me at my parents' house.
Well, you can order one from adamandeve.com with our special code. Why don't you guys listen to this? Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff to spice up your bedroom is even better.
Select almost any one item for 50% off, and then Adam and Eve loads on the free stuff.
Enter offer code HORIO at checkout and get 10 tantalizing free gifts.
A sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item you'll both enjoy.
And 6 free spicy movies.
Ooh! Plus, free shipping.
That's HORIO, WHOREO, HORIO at adamandeve.com.
I'm just about taking this robot here that kind of vibrates, and if I hold it really close, I'm just showing Katie this old robot that I used to play with as a child. And that's, I mean,
so look, listen, that's a perfect like segue into
survival.
Because part of what's being a survivalist is being able to use what you have around you to get through whatever you need to get through. And in Marie's case, she can use that robot to get herself off. Just sit on it. That is perfect thinking, survivalist thinking.
Thank you. I mean, too bad it's not solar powered, but it does require batteries. But you know what? I got batteries right now, tons of batteries for my robot friend.
That's great. So
but you know what I should do is just get online and order some new toys.
At adamandeve.com. I think that's a great idea. So when this made you anxious. I don't want people to feel anxious. I want people to feel empowered.
Yes.
For this information. What did you find anything that stood out to you that maybe less anxious things? More fun, exciting things?
Can I just tell you, I went to YouTube and just started. I've always watched these kinds of videos. I've grown up camping. Like, I love this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I came across this man. Brent Rose is his name.
Where does he live?
I don't know, actually, in the internet.
Okay. All right.
But he had this very kind of dramatic, like, how to put together your go bag. But I had to stop and, like, should I masturbate now or should I wait till later? There's something really hot about a man talking about the end of the world and putting together a sack for it.
Yeah, I'm getting a sack ready for the apocalypse.
With him, I just miss like men so badly right now, and it was just really, really hot. So I highly recommend checking out Brent Rose and his go bag because it's really hot. I don't know what's so hot about it, but I don't know.
I know what I'm doing the rest of the day.
He's so cute, and he's got this big sack.
Amazing.
Put together.
Yep.
So what have you found?
Well, I'll tell you what I got for my go bag. What I actually have in
what
my
did you actually
particular
buy?
one. Mm-hmm. Well, I have I got a hand crank radio, solar powered and hand crank powered.
Does it have a USB cord?
Yes, it has a flashlight on it. It's a radio, and you can charge your phone so you can keep Instagramming during the apocalypse. That's what I was like. Great, I can still take pictures of my meal and my little squirrel. I shot this squirrel. Like, here it is on Instagram.
I cooked the squirrel now.
Yeah, totally. Let me give you the recipe. So I have that. Mm-hmm. I have some freeze dried. Well, you know what? It's funny. I went on this big camping trip when I was 10 that was through the Boundary Waters in Minnesota, which I highly recommend. It was like it was weird how they said it. They were like, it's like a 7 to 14 day trip because you get in a canoe and then you just canoe from campsite to campsite, and you don't know how long it's going to take you. So you have to have like enough supplies to make sure you make it. And you also don't want to do it in more than that time because you will run out of stuff. But we had all that freeze-dried food that they like gave us, this freeze-dried food to start the thing. And I'll never forget, there was this like beef stroganoff that was like a freeze-dried beef stroganoff, and it was like maybe the favorite thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. And it just like, you just add water to it and put it over like a fire, and I was like, this is the most amazing meal. So I ordered a bunch of freeze-dried beef stroganoff because I knew I'd be very happy then.
Like, Katie, have you eaten those yet?
No, I was thinking about how I had to be careful I had to hide them so I wouldn't eat them as a snack. Because they're like emergency.
But how many days worth of food then?
So I kind of calculated, I probably have about 7 days worth of food, but I have to like be rationing. I have to be very careful. And I was a couple other extra like seed snacks that I got that were part of my little bag. What else did I get? Oh, and the other big one, I got like I didn't have a Swiss Army knife, so I got a Swiss Army knife, and it has a fire starter on it, which I don't know how to use, but I should Google that probably before. And then I got I was telling you about this. It's like I think it's called a life straw, where it's like it's a straw that has like a filter in it. And it lasts for like years or something, where the filter is good for years. And then you can drink pond water. Yes. It's amazing. You can drink like water out of anywhere and not die. Because you know how you guys, I don't know if you know this, we're not just supposed to drink still water from anywhere. Like, it's not normal.
And don't drink your pee either.
Don't drink your pee, but maybe through the life straw, you could like pee in a cup and then drink it through the life straw. I don't know if that
there's another YouTube video you could post while you're home on quarantine.
Yeah, I got to try it out. Not totally sure. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty good with those things. Mm-hmm.
And the straw
I don't
thing.
know.
So I was very curious. My new boyfriend Brent, he had like this huge filter thing, and I was like, oh man, I mean, that's pretty dang heavy, and it's very expensive. The MSR Guardian filter. That's the number one thing that you should buy if you are rich. It's $350. It's really small. It's actually the only water filter that will filter viruses. So a
Well,
virus can kind of get through your
sure.
straw. But
Yeah, probably.
for the next thing, for $50, there's another microfilter. But a person on a pinch, your straw thing, $20 on Amazon right now, which I saw.
They actually raised the price because I think I got 2 for like 18 a couple weeks ago.
Jesus.
So, this is why you got to get your go bags ready early before they start jacking up the prices.
But that straw is actually much bigger than I thought. I pictured like a little flute, no, it's actually.
It's more like a recorder. It's like, it's pretty big.
Pretty big. But that's really cool.
But not so big that you can't carry it around. I mean, it's not like, and it's not heavy. Right. I don't know. I'm kind of, this is the problem when I will warn you, if you buy this like, emergency stuff, you want to try it out so badly. Like you want to use everything all the time. Like I would just use that straw to drink my like juice if I wasn't trying to control
myself. Goodbye, Britta. I'm getting out my straw every time I drink.
I know. So you have to control yourself. Was there any other? I found a bunch of other good suggestions to put into a go bag. I don't know if you had any.
Well, it's again like going back to my man Brent. It's a lot of just camping stuff. So I don't have any of that stuff here now in Nashville at my parents', but back at my house in Brooklyn, I have a big pack, and in it I have a tent, I have a sleeping bag, a space blanket. That's actually what I learned. A space blanket. You see those after like people run marathons. They're good for shock and stuff, but they're actually really great for this kind of scenario because they're small, they fit, and then they hold warmth in. And then also, if you're building a fire, you can put the blanket around the fire, and then the warmth of the fire will concentrate more on you and not just blow away in the wind.
Genius. So that was another thing. I got 2 little space sleeping bags. They're really small. It's like shocking how small they are.
Were they
smaller than your phone?
Were they expensive? They weren't that expensive?
They were like fine. I don't remember. Yeah. They were not. They were like, I think it was like $20 for 2 or something. Oh, really not a lot of money.
That's the thing about go bags is they're really expensive. Like most go bags, it takes like $1,500 to make a proper one.
So that was the thing that I was reading about was like, it's become like a big business to sell go bags, and they tend to be able to make you survive for like 72 hours. Sometimes there's like boxed I was looking at these as an option. They'll be like boxed water.
You were going to say boxed wine. Like, it's like really important. That's in our go bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's all that's in my go bag is a box of wine. No, but they have like enough food for like 72 hours. They have enough water for about 72 hours. Then they have like a bunch of these things. And what I was sort of finding was that didn't seem like enough to me, number one. So the straw is way better than a couple boxes of water. And then in addition to that, like they really upcharge these things. So they're definitely like for rich people. Like you can spend like thousands of dollars on these bags. And like some of them are pretty complete, but some of even the cheaper ones that were like $300, they didn't even have stuff that I wanted, and they had too much stuff that I didn't want. So I was like, and not that I was going to spend $300 on a go bag anyway, but that's why I was starting to buy my things separately, because I was like, because even that crank radio was like $20 or something.
Right.
I think my whole go bag was like $100.
See, brilliant.
Yeah,
that's great. See, my my plan was my neighbor on the 3rd floor has a go bag, and I was like, you're gonna include me in that, right?
That's not a great plan, because I know. Last minute, that person's like, sure. And then when the shit hits the fan, they're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, wait.
Lay off my beans.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing, though, too. It's like everyone was talking about cans of food, and that would be so hard to carry around. I don't know.
No, you bring your knife and you kill your own food. That's what happens. Let's get into it.
Okay, this is where I spent most of my time researching these things, because I had other things, and we'll come back. We'll circle back. But since you're mentioning the knife thing, I was like, okay, I've had friends before be like, "You should buy a gun. You should buy a gun." And I'm like, I would probably shoot myself by accident. Like, there's a very small chance that I wouldn't almost immediately shoot myself by accident if I had a gun. So I've been very like, I just don't trust myself with a gun. I don't know how to use one. I don't know where I'd put it. It's not in New York City to like have one is not a, like, there's definitely a lot of laws around that. So it's not an ideal scenario. The other thing I was thinking about guns is that at a certain point, you're going to run out of ammunition.
Right.
So you can't just get, people, all you smarty pantses that are like, I'll just bring my gun. I'm like, yeah. And then like a year later or less, you'll have like probably shot and missed everything you've shot at. And then you have no ammunition left. And so I don't think that's the best option. So I started getting obsessed with like, what is a good hunting option where you don't have to worry about like a gun, right? So the first thing people were talking about were like crossbows. And I think with a crossbow, you can like go back and retrieve your bow if you can find it.
Right.
So even there's this like limit to like your ammunition. Like if you break your bow and like you don't, maybe you can whittle one. I don't know. You have to like, that's a whole other skill set. What I've decided, and I'm like definitely gonna get one. It's very affordable. I will not be able to practice until the shit hits the fan because it's very dangerous also. But a slingshot. I've been watching all these slingshot videos all afternoon. And this one guy did this, like, he's like, I've never used one, and I'm going to sort of take you through my journey. And within 7 days, he got real good at it. They're like $20 online. You can you can buy ammunition, but then of course you'll run out of ammunition. And then you can just start using pebbles.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, the only thing about them is that the rubber part, like, that'll start to wear out after a while. But like maybe there's like, I don't know, buy like a lot of those. I don't know.
That leads me into my number one thing for your go bag.
Tell me.
You cannot survive without this one thing. Condoms.
I saw that. I was going to say that too.
Hear me out. This is number one, definitely. Brent Rose. Sorry. What's his name? Oh my God. I just call him sexy face.
Right.
Brent Rose. He would say that, like, obviously, it's for birth control. You do not, under any circumstances of the world ending or like the grid goes out or, you want to make another mouth to feed.
It's not a great time to have a baby.
No. So, but you'd still want to fuck, I guess.
Well, of course.
Because I mean, if the lights are out, it's so romantic.
And it's not going to have a lot to do. So
yes. So I just wanted to go through, I have 20, maybe I won't go through all 20, but things that a condom actually is perfect for your survival kit. So condom, birth control, great. Number 2, slingshot. You can use the rubber part of the whole condom, tie it up. I watched a video. I mean, the guy nailed the target. It was really, just YouTube it, how to make a slingshot out of a condom. Another great thing for a condom, it has to be non-lubricated, of course, but you can fill your condoms with water.
Yeah.
And then
I got too.
Yeah, you got to put it in a sock though, or something, some sort of material, because then if you then put the water in your sack, you have to really protect it or it's going to bust. I did watch some bloopers of this survival guy, Sensible Prepper. He has a whole series on YouTube. He did a whole thing on condoms. That's, I guess, where my 20 condom list came from. Sensible Prepper. At the very end of one of his videos, he just had all the bloopers of his condom breaking, and it was really funny because do you have other things that you can use a condom for? Do you want me to keep going?
No, you just keep going. You're hitting the ones that I got.
So okay, tourniquet.
Oh, I don't have that one. That's genius.
Gloves. In case, like, say you get hurt and I need to do surgery, but I don't want to get dirt in there. I just put condoms on my hands.
That's like the funniest image. I can like just be like, I got it, like scalpel and just like mittens, basically, like surgical mittens. But yes, good.
He said, so if you're drinking from a water bottle and you lose your cap during the apocalypse, you can put a condom on top as your cap.
Genius.
You can condoms light very well, so you can use it as tinder.
Oh, that's I saw on the list was a fire starter, and I was like, how? But I guess God, that makes me rethink having candles in the bedroom now.
Well,
I didn't know.
keep with fire theme, you can put your matches inside a condom to keep them dry.
That's a really good idea. That's a good camping idea too.
Yeah, and you can put your phone, you have to stretch
Genius.
it, but you can put your phone in your condom too to keep
Yeah.
it dry. This was really funny. Sensible Prepper put the condoms on his feet like socks to
That
keep
sounds
his.
like you could cut your circulation
I
off.
know they looked real tight on there, but
Yeah.
he had. If you have wool socks on and then you put the condoms over it, it'll kill the heat.
Well, I mean, I guess if you need it, okay.
I thought this was really cool. So if you they would say that if you can pack a telescope fishing rod in your pack, if you go fishing, obviously that's a great way to hunt and stuff is fish. But if you need a bobber, you can blow up the condom and use that.
That I heard.
He said it's better to use sheepskin condoms for a flotation device. You could blow it up.
It's so small. How can
he blew it up pretty, yeah, he blew it up pretty big. He said you could use it as a pillow and then it popped, but he said sheepskin might be a little bit stronger.
Like a Magnum sheepskin though.
Yeah.
It has to be like not like this. It has to be a big one.
Like a little. Yeah. He said that you could use blow up condoms and then use them as a signaling device.
Yes, I saw that one too.
Yeah, what else?
Those are good.
I think that's it. I thought that was really yeah, sure. I have condoms in my pack, but like I didn't ever think that I'd use it for survival mode.
I feel like that's going to be the main thing I have in my bag now. It's just going to be like 7,000 condoms. And then I'll like be out in like the apocalypse like, oh, on my own, like, oh, here I am. And then I actually run into this like cute boy and then I like drop my bag and he's like, oops. And then all these condoms fall out.
Do you have anything else inside your go bag?
No.
No, just condoms.
That's all I got. Well, that brings up another interesting concept, which is like money, right? So like if let's say like all the banking systems go down and like money either is like obsolete or you can't reach your money, a lot of preppers have been leaning on silver and gold. So they're talking about they've been trying to collect rolls of dimes and quarters or half dollars, American ones, pre-1965 because those were 90% silver and you can get them through coin dealers. So there's a lot of preppers that have been saving those kinds of things. But then they went on to say, the thing is, it's like, are you really going to worry about silver? I mean, is anybody really going to care about money if shit really hits the fan? Like, who cares about a dime if, like, how useful is that? So how we would be going back into like a barter system and how what you really want to think about is what kind of currency is useful to trade with? What would people want? Anal. Condoms, maybe anal. You're gonna get anal. Okay, perfect. That's what the condoms are for, to make it safe anal. But you could trade condoms. They also had a list what vegetable seeds. So that's a really good one. Ooh. They're light and small, and people could definitely use them for long-term gardening. Tampons, that was another one that they had on their list because you don't think about this. Is another reason why the cup is a good one, by the way. That's why you might
that's very true.
The cup for your, but anyway. And then this one I thought was genius. Mini liquor bottles. Like airline size liquor bottles.
For trading.
Because people would, on the one hand, of course, who wouldn't want like a little nip of vodka during the apocalypse? But then also, prepper mom mentioned, she was like, also that's good for like if you cut yourself, you can clean out the wound with like alcohol.
Genius.
So it's like very useful. So you guys, I think I may also be buying a lot of mini liquor bottles, although those will not last in my apartment for very long. I don't know if I'll make it work.
I love that that's for barter. I mean, obviously, yeah. I was reading about like the Great Depression and, that banks closed and people could not get their monies. And so then they had to start bartering and saying like, oh, well, I'll do this work if you then do this or trade this and da, da, da. So I mean, it's terrifying.
Well, let me tell you a story about the barter system. One time a couple years ago, I went to Costco with a friend. He had a card and we were going to have a taco night and we just needed like a lime or two, but Costco doesn't sell one lime. You have to buy like a bag of limes. So we bought a bag of limes and we were like, what are we going to do with all of these limes? And then we realized, we need hot sauce. So we went into the bodega and I was like, maybe we can trade these bag of limes for some hot sauce. And so I asked him, I was like, would you want these limes? And I'll take this thing of hot sauce. And he was like, yeah, because like both of us got what we needed. in that scenario. We didn't need a bag of limes.
Right.
And he could like resell them, and we got our hot sauce.
That's beautiful.
Isn't
I
it?
have a single tear going down my
I mean,
eye of like
I'm sobbing right now.
I have faith in humanity again.
Totally. But I'm just saying, if I can barter now, you know what I mean? Then bartering's gonna be big later on.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
That's great. Do you have cash? Do you like? That's one thing that yeah.
Cash on me. I have like 4 singles right now. I tried to like tip the like grocery lady the other day, and I had left my 4 singles in my apartment. I was like, oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, Brent Rose would say grab $500 cash and just hide that under a mattress just in case.
Well, I was going to say the other thing I was curious about talking about was our current skill sets. What skills do you have right now that you could either barter with aside from anal in the apocalypse?
Well, so listen to this. I was so excited to tell you. So last night, I filmed a cooking show or whatever. I don't know if it's going to turn out well, but we cooked chicken parmesan. My parents, I made them do it with me. Chicken parmesan on my campfire.
That's amazing.
So I have to say, and this goes back to like 3rd grade when we did Pioneer Day and I was assigned cook, and they had, someone come and teach us how to cook on a campfire. I really pride myself on being a good cook on a campfire. In college, when we would go camping, and I'd always be the cook and like have all the preps ready to, we'd do those meat packs that you just throw on the coals and things. So I think that that's one of my skill sets, and I can catch a squirrel with my bare hands. So that's another one.
I don't believe that last one. I don't believe that for a second, but I do believe the cooking. I can for sure.
That could be a good, yeah. I don't know.
That's very useful. I think that's very useful because also like you can catch a squirrel, but like then what? If someone doesn't know how to cook it on the, you can. I guess I don't know if you have tinfoil or not, but you could. I don't know. You'd probably figure it out. You season it with a little something. I don't know what.
One of my friends.
One
of my friends was really poor, I think, growing up, and that she told me the story that her dad would go in the backyard and shoot squirrels, and they'd cook the squirrel, and whoever got the bullet won the tail.
That's amazing.
Anyway, I love that story.
I'm planning on getting real good at the slingshot. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, so condom slingshot.
I'm gonna buy a real fancy hunter's one for like $20.
Oh, see, that's
or just use a condom.
Probably better. I mean, if I had a bow and arrow, I was really good at that at camp. It's been a couple years, 20 years, but
yeah, famous last words. I'm good at this.
I'm really good at a bow and arrow. But I do wonder, yeah, everyone has said like you definitely need to have a gun in your go bag, but I think a stun gun or a bow and arrow would just do just as fine.
Well, I'm all about the slingshot because it's really small, it's really light, it's just as easy to use as an arrow, maybe easier to use than a bow and arrow. You don't have to like replace the arrows at all because you just pick up a rock and sling it at a bird or whatever.
I know a skill that you could use.
What?
Well, you have such a beautiful voice. You could be a siren, and you could lure your men.
And then I can shoot them with a slingshot.
Yeah, lure them to the riverside. I moved down to the river to pray. You bring them down the river, and then you that's how you get them.
Trap them.
Trap them
marry me. You have to marry me in the apocalypse. Yeah. Or
there you go.
I could also sew. That would probably be more useful.
Yes,
because I can make us winter coats out of another. I know some of you non-meat eaters. Sorry, you may not make it through the apocalypse because so many of these things are meat related. But another really, really good food source, if you can't catch a squirrel or whatever, are rabbits. They were saying if let's say you're like in the apocalypse, but you have like a camping ground, so you're not moving around. You're like, you found your place, you're going to live. Then if you can like have rabbits, they reproduce really fast. They're really quiet. They eat like garbage and they don't care. Like they'll eat like scraps and stuff. And like, they're really easy to keep alive. And then, they're a great source of protein. They taste kind of great. I do like a good rabbit. And then you can skin them and use their fur for like clothes.
I mean,
you know, my stepmother grew up in China, and they used to raise rabbits under the floorboards to eat.
Really?
Yeah.
To eat.
Yeah. Yeah, meat
Wow.
rabbits.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a thing. That's my story about that.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Bunnies are good. Bunnies are useful.
I love that. Yeah, no, I would definitely skin a rabbit and wear it.
Yeah. Well, and I have a couple suggestions for people that have a lot of money too.
Oh, please tell.
This is not for you or I, perhaps, but maybe there's somebody out there that can afford
What are you
this.
saying? I just filed unemployment today.
Totally be able to make this happen. Just kidding. One thing that they sell are these, like, they're like yurts, like the yurt you always wanted, Marie. But they're like domes. They're like plasticky, kind of like domes. They can withstand hurricanes and earthquakes, and they are super durable. And they were like, the company that sells them was like, if you know, the one that you buy today will be enjoyed by your grandchildren. I thought that was a weird way of putting it, but the idea
just like your Diva cup,
just like you pass it down,
just pass it down.
But it's like a couple $1,000s, I think, like $12,000 or something. But they're like pretty compact, I think. And then you just like set them up. You find a place to like settle or whatever, and then you set them up in an emergency. And that's good for, like, let's say. But they were also saying that they're good for like temporary dwellings, like in a hurricane where people like lose their homes, whatever. But they come in. There's like a kitchen in them. You can put like a kitchen in.
Here's the real question: do they shrink down small enough to put in your go bag? Because that would be amazing.
I think that they said, oh no, that was another thing. There was a they also recommended for us Manhattanites to buy a foldable canoe that fits into a suitcase. That sounds like a joke.
Fucking rich people.
Yeah, and it was like also like I don't know, $1,200 or something crazy. But you could unfold the canoe and then like cross the Hudson into New Jersey or whatever.
See that? Yeah, that's good. I was trying to find my biggest fear, and we've talked about this, and you're in the same boat as I am, but I am so blind and I wear daily contacts. So the second that like everything is shut down, and what if I can't find my glasses? I remember going to a theme park when I was younger, and I gave my glasses to my older sister, and then she fucking wandered off. I rode the roller coaster without my glasses on, came off the roller coaster, couldn't find my sister for 2 hours. And it was the scariest. I'm still traumatized. I think that's probably why I had like panic even researching this in the first place, because that is where I'm the most scared, is that I'll just be completely blind and I'll be the first one to go because I'm just going to like walk off an edge.
Well, you know what? I will say this. After this experience, and it's not even for like so much fear of the apocalypse reasons, but mostly just out of like, it's been such a pain in the ass these last couple, like this month. It's been a month now that I've been inside. Like I'm not wearing contacts anymore because I don't want to run out of them. And my glasses are fine. I like them. They're cute. I'm wearing them a lot, and I like think they're cute and stuff. But like, it's a pain to like not be able to see. When I take a shower, I can't see. When I like change my clothes and put my glasses down, I like can't find them again because like I can't see. And I thought like I think after this is all over, I might look into LASIK.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I think I'm like done. I think I'm just like, if I qualify for LASIK, which I might not, because my eyesight is like really bad, and I've lately been having weird dry eye, which I think is not good for LASIK. But if I can make it happen, I'm going to start saving up for LASIK, I think.
Yeah.
And then I'll be your eyes in the apocalypse.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. Yeah. That's all I need. A guard dog.
Yep, I got you. See, I can make noises.
I'll be like, it's my dog.
Yeah. I have another. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
one more really rich person option.
I love it.
Super rich person option. This is a real thing. This doesn't seem like it's a real thing, but it is a real thing. At the moment, it's like mostly just for military use or something, but they are becoming more and more available. And that is a jetpack. And they're saying that the jetpacks that are able to be made right now, they can keep you in the air for about 10 minutes, but they go 100 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
So you can get like pretty far, even with like for 10 minutes even. So like, let's say you just need to like get out of your like current environment. Again, in Manhattan, like everything's falling apart in Manhattan. You can just jetpack over to New Jersey in just like a few minutes and you're there. So if you've got like $250,000 to spare,
that's all.
Get yourself a jetpack. Yeah, maybe that's I don't know, doable.
Wow. Yeah, I think that if I was really rich, I would have the most incredible go bag. And especially I've been obsessed with first aid kits since I was a kid. I think most kids love band-aids and things like that, but I
Yeah.
love a good first aid kit. And I think I mean they can just get so expensive. But Brent was saying that there's a good one for about 350. That's why this
Oh.
go bag like goes up to like thousands of
God. See,
dollars.
I did buy a first aid kit also, but it was like one of those ones that like they buy at restaurants that are like not even that nice.
Yeah.
Like they're the cheapest ones you can like kind of get away with, but still. So it has like a couple band-aids in it and like a swab or something.
Oh, so
It's got
every
something.
Christmas, my mom puts together a little first aid kit in an Altoid tin. So it's
Oh,
like a tiny little one that she's made, and she just puts in like she cuts a nail filer in half, and then a Sacagawea is in there, and a sew kit, and some Altoids, and some Benadryl. It's
wait a
really
minute.
cute.
Your mom has definitely been like doomsday prepping you for like your whole life, and you haven't. Why would you put a Sacagawea in there for a first aid kit?
Good
That is
point.
doomsday prepping.
Yeah.
Mini doomsday prepping.
Well, damn it, those things are all in Brooklyn, and I'm just here. But actually, I have when you were talking about silver and gold, we have my grandfather's coin collection,
Oh,
so I got all that stuff to hawk,
yeah.
which
There you
that's
go.
actually on my list to do this week.
Sell it. Just sell these coins.
Well, because my parents are like, I don't really want to bother, and I'm like, this stuff is worth something. I got to pay my rent that I'm not living in.
Yeah. Or you want to hold on to them so you can trade them for condoms.
That's true. That is very true. Well, other things that we can put in our bags. I thought this was really great. Trash bags are surprisingly really good, cheap item to put in your bag. One guy was saying that you can fill your trash bags up with leaves and make a little pillow.
Oh, or a friend.
Or a friend.
You need one. That's where my mind's at. Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I mean, you can put water in it. You can make a tent. You can filter rainwater that way, or, use your straw
it could be like a raincoat, like a poncho.
Yeah, poncho. That was one. Also, I think a lot of people say just duct tape. Duct tape is really, really good to have in your pack, because if you have any rips in your tarps or tents or bodies, just duct tape.
Just tape it up.
Tape it up.
It's probably true though. I mean, God.
Yeah, you got to tape down your titties during apocalypse too, because you don't want them boys getting too horny. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, right. Sorry.
Not a problem. That was another thing that I heard, because I didn't think about like self-defense, because they were like guns, self-defense. And I was like, oh yeah, so maybe if I got real good at the slingshot, that could be self-defense, because it's from a distance. But another option they said was just a hammer. Just have like a hammer.
Definitely.
That's so scary.
That is so scary.
I don't like it. But I will say, speaking of hammers and hatchets, that this might, once this is all over, this might be good to go drinking and do that axe throwing.
Oh my God, I would love to do that. I would love to go out and do things with anybody, especially
anything. I would do anything. Yeah,
anything
right outside.
Another thing that's really great to have in a pack is aluminum foil, also, because aluminum foil can collect warmth. It can also, you can treat it like a little bowl to collect water in. You can eat your food in. You can put it over a fire and warm your food. You can shape it and be a friend also.
Fishing. I was also thinking about if you caught a fish and cooked it in there. Remember when we this is the opposite of survivalist, but we went to that restaurant. I think about this sometimes. That restaurant you brought up the other day in San Francisco, and you had the sushi, but I got that fish that was wrapped in like a banana leaf. It was like cooked in a banana leaf.
So good.
So maybe you should just pack some banana leaves. I don't know.
Yeah. You can make some tamales. Too. Another thing that I think that maybe I'll order and have it shipped to you for your go bag is glow sticks.
Yeah, you can rave anywhere.
Yeah, but also if it's an emergency and that you need to flag a plane down, you can do it with your glow stick. Yeah.
Cool.
Also fun things. I mean, I got lost on YouTube too, where like there's so many videos of food that you can make and teas that you can make out of leaves that you find, or certain mushrooms catch fire that can be tender.
All these things that catch fire make me nervous, but it's good.
I know. Well, it's good because I always was so bad at the flint and then the making my own fire.
Right.
but we're gonna have to.
We get used to it. You just learn.
The thing that makes me the most nervous is when the grid goes down, or if I should rather, if the grid.
It's not gonna happen. Everyone's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine.
But think about it. You should pack a map in your bag.
Yes,
because all of us have it on our phones. But then there are some apps that you can download on your phone for if you don't have a paper map, you can download the app.
Gotta get your hand crank radio USB thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and another thing back to food is that you should eat at night, so you don't burn those calories. Because during the day you're burning all the calories. So if you eat only at night, only when the sun goes down, it'll be romantic and you'll keep the pounds on.
That's a genius idea.
Well, that was
next time when we'll do another one day. We won't really, but if we in my pretend mind where we just learn about how to ferment fruit or something, so you can make your own wine, make your own mash or whatever.
Well, I was back to the Great Depression. They used to wet sheets and then hang them in the doorway, and then a breeze would come through, and that would be AC.
That's a great idea.
I know. Who knew? I mean, they did. They lived through it.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of. You know what? So this is a positive thing because this is a way how we can have fun and survive.
I love it. I mean, if anything, if you take one thing away from this, what do you think it should be?
Buy more condoms.
Yes. There you go. I love it.
Definitely.
And especially nowadays. I'm so scared to get pregnant.
Don't get pregnant.
Not that I'm having sex, but
I can't. I would be immaculate conception for me right now. There's nobody.
Ditto.
But I hope you guys are all doing good. Let us know how you're doing. I hope this was fun and useful. I mean, I think that was my goal, is to impart some wisdom, but in a fun, not scary way. We don't want to scare anybody.
I liked your mini bottle tip. I think that's a great suggestion as well.
Mini bottles. I'm gonna go order a slingshot now.
Well, everybody, if you have any questions, stories, concerns, I don't know, anything you want, please. We just want to know that we're not talking into the abyss. Email us. difficultwomenpodcast@gmail.com.
And tell your friends about us, and just keep spreading the good news.
Yeah. Stay safe out there, America, and beyond, all the other places.
Yeah, America and the other ones.
Oh, man, that sounds so. Oh, God.
Anyway, bye. We love you. When I was a little girl, my daddy told me, Kate, if you wanna catch a man, you gotta give him lots of space. Play it cool and be a flirt, but just make sure you think. And don't pick up the telephone when you had too much to drink. Don't drum down when you come home late. Don't call him in an inebriated state. Don't text him with a booty call. Don't call and say, if you get the urge to type those 10 little numbers in your Cupid-dazzled BlackBerry, just remember it's a sin. Bother folks real late at night when they're 3 sheets to